everybody. Welcome to Highlands Golden Rams Stadium. Tonight, the rivalry matchup as the Knoch Knights invade to play the Highlands Golden Rams. Along with the Dean, Mike Choma, Ricky Saffer upstairs, Ken Wood, our spotter. This is Mike Pavlik greeting you from a very warm Golden Rams Stadium. Dean, temperatures in the 70s. It's the warmest night of the year so far.
Beautiful night for football, Mike. Hope we can and keep it all year.
I'd like to do that. Why don't we go for that? Well, the Rams lost a heartbreaker last week. They lost by a point as you see them getting ready to come in. Here they do, the Highlands Golden Rams. A heartbreaker last week, but it was Seth Cohen's breakout performance.
No doubt about it, Mike. School record 7 touchdowns, school record 400 yards passing. He was a talk of the WPL. Mike White featured him in his Monday article. Coach Girardi had a great statement, Mike. He said it was a combination of two things, arm strength and composure. I think we saw both of those last week. When asked the comments, Seth said it was great receivers. That's the kind of kid he is. He gave credit to his receiving corps. Big night tonight for him, Mike. Again, we're up against his ball control team. By the way, 50th anniversary celebration. Everyone's here tonight. The youth football, all 50 years of alumni have been invited back, and we're going to be introducing those as we go along tonight. Great night for football.
It sure is. Well, let's talk about these two coaches. They go way back together. Frank Whalen, the head coach at Knoch, his first head coaching stop is as the Knoch Knights head coach this year. He coached Dom Girardi at Valley. They coached together at Knoch, and they coached together at Geneva.
And again, Coach Girardi said it's a unique relationship. They still go back and text each other. And again, they've done a great job with their first head coaching jobs, too. And why I say that, Mike, is because a good coach says, here's my system, talent, let's see you do it. These two guys looked at their talent and said, I'm going to get a system to develop to run it. And tonight we're going to see the flex bone offense like Navy runs. He told the talentless players got a big, strong offensive line. They can all bench press 500 pounds. They average about 4 yards a carry. That's all he says he needs. You think about it, Mike, they're all first downs, and it's going to be tough to stop that rush game. They run 90% of the time.
They ran for 351 yards against Highlands last year in their 21-14 win out at Knoch, and the Rams gave up over 400 yards on the ground last week against Newcastle. They got to shore that up. Well, we have our Thursday night conversation every week, and I ask you about the walking wounded. I was expecting the worst, but you gave me some good news.
Mike, it's actually been pretty darn good. After what we looked at last week, thought you'd need a fife and drum corps to get the kids in after the game. Taylor was taken off. Cameron Taylor taken off in a stretcher. Here it was bruised ribs, and he's playing tonight. Can you believe that?
It's amazing.
Yep. Jermaine Jett had that shoulder injury. They're going to harness him up tonight, and he's going to give it a chance. And basically, Luke Cochran's recovered from the automobile accident he was in. The only guy we have on tonight scratches Isaiah Coleman, the young running back.
And he's missed the entire season.
Yes. So like I said, we're as healthy as we've been after a brutal game last week against Newcastle. We said hi to the kids. You think it was hard hitting last week? What do you see tonight?
It should be. Well, many companies can give your car insurance quotes. Only Nationwide can back it up with dedicated licensed pros and a superior claim service. Mel and John at the Boucher Agency want to help you relieve some of the stress involved with insuring your new teen driver. Ask about the Nationwide Insurance Young Driver discount. When you compare, no one beat Nationwide rates for young drivers. Call your hometown Nationwide agents, John and Mel. I saw Nick Boucher here earlier, 724-224-4300. Let them help you choose the coverage that's right for your family. They have evening and Saturday hours for your convenience. Remember, in the AK Valley, the Bouchers and Nationwide are on your side.
He's one of our alumni here tonight. I see a lot of guys down there tonight, Mike.
Just saw Mike Masarek walk up.
Merrill's birthday this week. So
there we go.
We got a lot of birthdays. Paul Vermachek, 92 years old, come October 5th. And
God bless him.
Hang around at halftime. We have a special birthday tonight.
We do, so stick around for that. All right, kickoff coming up. Highlands, Knoch, and it's right after this. Hi, we are set to go as Highlands has won the toss. They have deferred. And the Knoch Knights send back deep to receive Matt Goodland on the far side of the field and Ivan Stapchuk. We wonder where Stapchuk came from. He wasn't on the team last year. He's a senior. He must have moved in, and he's the main man. He plays fullback in the triple option, which means he's the guy in the middle, and there are two wings, a wing to either side of him, and he gets the majority of the carries. The quarterback will be Jake Harrett. We'll talk about him as we go on. He's a senior. He wears number 8.
Harrod sat out last year, Mike, and two of their linemen did. A lot of guys just decided not to play. They were 2-7, deceiving. They have one offensive player and 3 defensive players back, but they had football players that didn't play last year.
Sam Peck, foot into the ball. We're underway tonight. If it's anything like last week, strap yourself in.
Great game last week. Let's have another one
Near
tonight.
side of the field, and this will be Chase Mullen. Breaks the tackle, gets up over the 30 to the 33-yard line, and it is Johnny Kreis and Ryan Signorella down there, a couple of our leading receivers. And the Knoch Knights will start 1st and 10, and as the Dean mentioned in our pregame, we're going to see the ball on the ground a lot.
Mike, they have one wide receiver, number 12, Chase Mullen, take a bow. Okay, well, the rest of them are all in the backfield.
Well, A.J. Karenbauer plays one of the wings. He's a wide receiver last year. A lot of the guys move positions.
Yep, wing back, no, Setner 2. You mentioned already the fullback, number 5, Ivan Stapchuk, and the quarterback is number 8, Jake Harrod.
Now watch, there's going to be a lot of sleight of hand. Good luck up there, Rick. Harrod, the quarterback.
11 moved before.
Now he resets, and that's Noah Setner. 1st and 10, Knoch at the 34-yard line. Stapchuk is hit and dropped in the backfield. No gain on the play as Luke Cochran back in there makes the stop.
Step right up there. And again, Mike, I thought it was important we give them the ball. They're trying to average 4 yards a carry. If we keep under 4 yards a carry, that's a win for us. Big offensive line, Mike, 75, Emmett Fry, 77, Greg Seco, 59 is Jarrett Bricker, 65, Corey Pavin, 52, Andrew Mullen, and the tight end is 25, Eric Green. Mike, they can all bench press 500 pounds.
I'm looking at the Highlands defense. Danny Timmons back up on the line in a down position this week. He played linebacker last week.
Cochran being back
with injuries.
Him to go down.
Right. Yep. 2nd and 10. They're going to run a toss. This is Stapchuk to the near side of the field. Hits off a block up over the 40 to 45. He's got a 1st down at the Knoch 49-yard line as Noah Gillette dragged him down.
Again, Mike, 4 yards downfield, hand tackle. Not going to get it done. Stressed all week trying to get that shoulder in there and take advantage of it.
And that was well blocked.
Yep, too. But again, 4 yards down, we made contact.
1st down, Knoch at the 50-yard line. They lost to West Mifflin last week, 35-22, and 15 of their points came as a direct result of West Mifflin not being able to snap the ball to their punter.
Well, Mike, they want short fields, and Coach says one thing we have to try to deny him tonight.
Stapchuk, first man through, barrels ahead inside the 50 into Highlands territory to the 47-yard line. Booker was down there, also big Marcus Sienko.
And as always, nose on the ball for Noah Gillette. Let's introduce that Highlands defense. Defensive end is 51, Nick Cielo. Defensive tackle 54 is Mario Sienko. Other defensive lineman is Danny Timmons, and 53 is Lucas Lamer.
2nd down. Stapchuk again with a big hole off the left side, but he's dragged down nicely. Good play in the open field by Gabe Booker. Saves a big gain. Saves a 1st down. He's inside the 45 to the Highlands 43.
Outside linebacker Luke Cochran back in the lineup. Noah Gillette, we already mentioned a few times, in the middle. And nice to see Tyler Sportelli out there, number 48. Cornerbacks are number 11, Logan Kreis, and 8, Lonnie Long. And the safeties, 9, Gabe Booker, and number 4, Romello Freeman.
Knoch has won the last 6 games in this series.
It's been ugly.
The last 3 here. Last time Highlands won was 2008. The last time Highlands won against Knoch here was 2006. And now we have whistles. What's this all about? This is on the Highlands sideline.
18 and 14, Mike, is the overall record.
They want to redo the play clock. Okay.
18 and 14 is the overall record. So even though they dominated the last 6,
Harrod going to toss it to Stapchuk. Tries to get off the left side with Cochran chasing him. But the Rams got him and throw him out of bounds.
Logan Kreis.
Logan Kreis got him, but you can't say enough about the play that Cochran made to chase him laterally down the field.
No doubt about it, Mike. If he doesn't push him upfield, Logan can't come up to make the tackle. So, again, great defense that time. And now it's going to be 4th down, Mike, and they're going to have to punt it.
So the Rams did a good job that time on that series, and they will get the football, sending Gabe Booker and Logan Kreis back to receive.
Trips out to the left. Have you ever seen that one, Mike?
Now, they were going to make Highlands call timeout because they didn't set up in punt formation. Highlands put their punt defense out there, and Frank Whalen had his offense on the field. They went to a spread formation to try to go for it and forced Dom Girardi into a timeout. Now, don't be surprised if Knoch comes back out with their punter. That's the first chess move goes Knoch's way. Well, high school seniors, you can learn the skills you need to start a career in the high-demand field of healthcare in less than a year. Pittsburgh is in need of skilled healthcare workers, and Career Training Academy offers half-day or evening classes to suit your needs. Serving the AK Valley for over 35 years, Career Training Academy offers programs in medical or dental assisting, medical billing and coding, and our new phlebotomy technician program. Visit us on the web at careerta.edu or stop into our new location at the Hillcrest Plaza in Lower Borough. Enrolling now for all programs, including fall of 2018. That's right, you seniors, high school seniors right now, we're taking you. Call Career Training Academy today, 724-337-1000.
Now they are in punt formation.
That's exactly what happened.
Yep. And the punter is number 12, Chase Mullen.
First one to Frank Whalen.
Well, maybe it's not 12.
Custom a timeout, and now
maybe it
they do run it out of there. It's Jake Harrett, the quarterback, kicks it, and he kicks it to Booker. And Booker is hit, spins away from the first man, tries to get to the near side of the field. Oh,
nice tackle.
Brought down nicely on a nice special teams play by the Knights. Sophomore Jared Schreckengast, who got back there at Highlands, will have the long field. They'll start inside their 10.
Mike, the offense goes on the field, and they were red hot last week, and can't say enough about the offensive line, Mike. Knock on wood here, has not given up a sack yet this year. He was cleaning the pocket all last week. Seth Cohen was number 14. That offensive line, 54, Marius Sanko, 53, Lucas Lamer, Ethan Jones, 72 at the center, 75, Daniel Timmons, 56, Marcus Cianco. And again, did a great job last week. Also, Jake Wayner was in there at center too, Mike.
Cam Taylor starts at the running back position. 1st and 10, and Taylor gets it. Tries to cut it back through, and he gets hit down low as he gets up over the 10 to the 13-yard line. Brought down by Jared Bricker, the junior nose tackle.
Mike, it's just amazing that Taylor's out there. I mean, we could hear him up here writhing in pain from that rib injury last week, and he says he says 95%, so we'll go with that.
3-yard gain for Taylor. 2nd and 7, Highlands at the 12.
And Jermaine Jett, we should see some action tonight, number 22, and fullback as always, Noah Gillette.
And Cohen quickly fires out to the far side. That's Logan Christ first down.
One block.
He's at the 30, the 35, the 40,
the 45,
the 50. Logan Christ on his way. 88 yards for a Highlands touchdown.
What a block downfield. I think it was his brother, Mike. I think it was Johnny Christ laid that cornerback on, and there you go. What are you going to give him there, Mike?
88 yards from the 12.
You talk about a big strike offense, Mike. 88 yards.
And Seth Cohen's thrown his 8th touchdown the last 2 weeks.
As I was telling you earlier, Mike, Coach Girardi does a great job of finding weaknesses and trying to exploit them. They had that linebacker coming too far inside. They caught him that time, touchdown Highlands. Give Coach Girardi an assist on that one, Mike.
Gillette to snap it, Signorella to hold it, J.C. Bowser at the post to our right. The ball is on the tee, the kick is on its way, and the kick is good. 7:46 left first quarter, timeout. Highlands 7, Knoch nothing. We'll be right back. So the Rams marched 2 plays, 91 yards, and it took them 45 seconds.
You talk about the quick strike offense, Mike. There it was. Great block confirmed by Johnny Christ. He waited till that corner turned, and he just laid him on. Perfect block. Highlands on the board first.
Logan Christ with his 2nd touchdown reception. Signorella has 2. Booker has 2. Freeman has 2. How about that?
Never got to introduce the Knoch defense.
That's just fine.
That's a good.
The same thing as last week.
Yeah.
The only problem is it leaves the defense on the field. So here's the kick by Peck to the near side.
Nice job
Going back
there.
to get it is Stapchuk at the 20, 25, 30. Oh, he's hit hard and brought down at the 30-yard line. Good job by Noah Gillette down at the bottom of the pile. And also for the Rams in there was 42, DJ Loveland, the freshman. And DJ's been big on special teams so far.
He's done a great job for a freshman weighing 140 pounds. He has a nose for the football, and he took advantage of it there. And again, going to give them what they don't want, Mike. They want short fields, and they got to march at 69 yards now.
First down Knights at their 31-yard line. Highlands leads at 7-0. Cohen to Logan Christ, 88 yards. That's the longest one he's thrown this year. Harrett, the quarterback, and to give is to Stapchuk off the right side. On his way, 40, 45. He's at the 50. Highlands 40, and finally dragged down at the 37-yard line. Well, they chased him, Romello and Logan Christ from behind, but Stapchuk with a big run for the Knights. First game, he had 194 yards and 5 touchdowns against Blackhawk.
You got to see him there, Mike, and he shows you how explosive he can be. We stuffed it the first 2 times, but third time's a charm for Stapchuk. Big yardage.
35.
I remember last week Highlands gave up over 400 yards rushing.
Over 400. They're allowing per game 262, and they've already allowed 55. First down at the 34. Stapchuk hit low, and down he goes on the belly series. Right through the middle, Luke Cochran was down there for the Rams.
And again, Noah Gillette, Mike.
Well, Stapchuk's going to do his Marcus Hooker impression. The ball's not heavy. He's gotten it every carry so far.
And, Mike, first down's the key for this team. If you can keep them second and long, which we have right now, you have a chance. They're looking for 4 yards a pop. That's a win for Highlands.
2nd and 8 at the Highlands 32. Less than 7 to go, first quarter. The Rams lead 7-0. Jake Harrett, the quarterback, number 8. And it's Stapchuk again, and Stapchuk is hit and dragged down by Romello Freeman as he gets inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
I think they've had 6 pass attempts the entire year, Mike. Hasn't been very many.
3rd down, long 4. Just outside the 28 of the Rams. Yeah, Ken says 2 down territory. I don't think there's any doubt. I think they may have actually gone for it the last time. At the Highlands, inside the Highlands 30, I think they definitely do. They look like Georgia Tech. Boy, look like they left early, didn't they?
Yep, big hole.
It's Harrett through the middle. 15-10. Jake Harrett. Oh, what a nice fake. The Rams tackled Stapchuk, and Harrett marched it 28 yards for a Knoch touchdown.
Mike, the one guy you don't usually account for is the quarterback, and that time he paid the price. Nice run there by Ewert, and they're in for the score. Birdie picked Highlands 28-20 tonight, Mike. The way we're lighting the scoreboard up, that might be a little low, huh?
Matt Gore, veteran kicker, senior. We've seen him for a few years. Jake Harrett, the quarterback, is the holder at the post to our left. 7-6. Here come the points again. Always take the over. First thing to know. Kick is on its way, and the kick is good. Knoch ties it at 7.
Gives us a chance to talk about Ron Gillette. We've been talking about Noah all night so far. He already has 4 tackles. John Gillette Incorporated is a PA registered contractor certified in Pennsylvania state inspections and emissions. Call Gillette today for all your towing, paving, excavating, hauling, demolition, and yes, dare I say, snow removal needs. Ron Gillette Incorporated is fully licensed, insured, bonded, certified, and owns all of its state-of-the-art equipment. And the Gillettes are proud to enjoy A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Phones answer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for emergency service. And as always, it's person to person. Call Gillette today at 724-226-1222. Ron Gillette Incorporated, the AK Valley leader in towing and services since 1955.
On the web, RonGilletteInc.com, and for all you Facebookers out there, Ron Gillette Inc. Towing and more.
They've been around as long as I have, Mike. That's a long time.
So the Rams give it right back. 69 yards, 4 plays. And that only took 1 minute and 33 seconds. And didn't have to throw it. And the ground game is hurting Highlands. This is Logan Christ at the 6-yard line. 20.
He's got a seam.
30. All the way out to the 36-yard line.
30 yards.
Frazier, sophomore, number 13, brought him down.
30 yards on a return, and the Golden Rams got to work. Didn't get to introduce our great set of wide receivers. Number 4, Romello Freeman, 2 touchdowns. Number 9, Gabe Booker, 2 touchdowns. Logan Christ, number 11. He had a touchdown in game 1, and again,
one here.
Yep, Signorella also gets into action. He had 2 touchdowns, 2 long ones last week.
Booker and Johnny Christ to the right. Logan Christ Freeman to the left. And they give it to Cameron Taylor, barreling through up over the 40. 2 hands on the football to the 42-yard line. Jim Johnson, a sophomore, and senior Andrew Mullen, the linebacker, 52 combined to make the tackle, but a good game for Cameron Taylor.
3-5 defense, Mike. The defensive end, 65, Corey Payne. The other defensive end, 77, Gregory Seco. Nose tackles, 59, Jared Bricker. And you mentioned the linebackers already, Mullen, Green, Stapchuk. Number 45 is Tanner Grassi, Mike. and Karen Barr is the other linebacker.
2nd and 4. Taylor again. This time they stop it up. He tries to get outside to the left, and he can't. That was a good job defensively by Big Corey Payne, the senior defensive end. He didn't make the tackle, but he forced the lineman back and pushed Taylor into the backfield.
Their cornerback's number 8, Jake Harrett, the quarterback. Cornerback 12, Chase Mullen. And there's only one safety back, the number 13, Scott Fraser. Again, what we're going to do, Mike, we're going to get a lot of linebackers on wide receivers. Hopefully we can take advantage of that.
Highlands big on 3rd downs a week ago against Newcastle, and that's what they're going to have to convert here. Cohen, short drop, fires, it's caught. And leaning ahead is Logan Christ. He's going to get the first down to the 47-yard line.
Needed 6, got 7, Mike.
Well, the ball comes out so fast.
That's that arm strength we talked about in the pregame, Mike.
Logan Christ is the man tonight. Yeah, they make a nice pocket for him, don't they?
There's a towel on the field back there, Mike.
1st and 10 for Highlands at their 47-yard line. 4:35 left first quarter. We're tied at 7. Cohen's going to run it this time to the right. Tries to get outside and does. He's at the 50. That's the first time he's run it this year. He takes a hit as he gets to the 46 and on.
Nothing personal, Mike, but I don't like to see that. He's been such a...
That was the old Jeff Sinclair quarterback keeper. He got 8.
Yeah, but he's such a valuable commodity back there. I don't like to see him run the ball. He does enough for us otherwise. Great refereeing crew tonight, Mike, because we haven't heard from him yet.
A lot of familiar names.
Wayne Mathis is your referee. Umpire Jerry Jones in the house, Mike.
That's right.
Head linesman
How
Mike
about
Marchi.
them Cowboys?
Yep. Line judge is Ed Moeller. Field judge Andy White is also a basketball referee, and the side judge Rob Nance.
2nd and 2. Wants to throw it. Far side of the field. Oh, they get the wide receiver screen beautifully to Logan Price. Has the first down to the Knoch 35-yard line.
Boy, Mike, we got a terrible spot on that last one. I thought it was a first down. They didn't give it to him. Well, we got it there.
Eric Green makes the stop, but it's first down Highlands. Eric Green plays tight end for them, by the way. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
He's not as big as the dear big bird.
From Liberty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, back in the day.
Logan Christ, 3 catches, 105 yards. That's because Seth Cohen's 3 for 3 for 105 yards.
Can't beat that. Keep it rolling, guys.
1st and 10 at the Knoch 35. Cohen's going to run it again.
No, direct snap to
Cohen.
Oh, to
He's to the 3rd-yard line.
I thought it was Christ.
Jared Bricker, the junior nose tackle, a big one, in there makes the tackle. It's a 5-yard pickup.
Coach Girardi must have saw something, Mike, because Seth Cohen is not designed to be a runner.
Well, he begs to differ at 2 carries and 13 yards.
Yeah. I stand corrected.
2nd and 5 at the Knoch 30. Taylor, the setback, and Cohen is back. Cohen's going to throw it to the near side of the field. It's too tall for Romello Freeman. First misfire of the night for Seth, and it'll be 3rd and 5.
We in 4-down territory, Mike?
Yeah. Yes, sir. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if this was a run. Of course, with that quarterback, you might as well just let him throw twice. 3rd down.
Speaking of runs, Jermaine Jett yet to make an appearance, Mike.
No, he is not.
I'm looking for him.
Taylor doing the yeoman's work so far. And a quick pass to the near side of the field. It's caught, and it's going to be a first down for Highlands to Gabe Booker at the 21-yard line.
Pickup of 9. Keeps the chains moving.
That's why he doesn't get sacked. Everything's a 2- and 3-step drop. The ball's out of there so fast, there's no chance to get to him. That's another reason. You put those two things together with the line playing well.
Reminds me of South Fayette, Mike. Why they just get it out there so quick.
I have those numbers. 1st and 10 at the 21. Drew Saxton last year was the Golden Rams Stadium record at 4:03, and Cohen shattered that last week. Cohen is back. He looks. He's going to fire it to the end zone. Freeman is there!
Touchdown! What a great rob by Romello Freeman. You talk about accuracy, Mike. Cohen right on the numbers to Romello Freeman. 21 yards in the score. Wow, he's at it again, Mike. He's got 135 already. Yikes.
21 yards and a Highlands touchdown.
Perfect perfect pass, Mike.
Well, that was beautiful.
Yep.
And it was good, like you said, by Romello. It was a great route.
Yep.
Bowser's kick is on its way, and it's good. 2:16 left of the first quarter. Your score, Highlands 14, Knoch 7. Timeout. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Highlands leading 14-7. We have the hospitality tent down to our left tonight, underneath the goalpost down there, where a lot of the alumni are sitting and taking in the game tonight. As
special guest, Mike.
Special guest of
Chuck DeBoer put a lot of work into this, and it's nice to see that so far. Had an entertaining game here at 14-7 with 2:16 to go in the first quarter. Buckle up at home.
9 plays, 74 yards, 3 minutes and 40 seconds. That was a long drive for Highlands. Here's the kick. They called Snapchat looked like he called for a fair catch, but it's going to bounce and come to Mullen. Mullen gets by a man across the 25, and now down he goes. DJ Loveland was down there again along with Johnny Christ. First down Knights at 2:08 left first quarter.
As always, Mike Knoch, if you look across the way, they're probably about the best crowd we've had for visitors.
Well, this is the only local game that we have on the schedule. Of all 9 games, everything else is far for whoever's coming here or wherever we're going. The next closest game will be next week when we go to Mars, really.
Yep, and only in Western Pennsylvania because they go to Mars and not blink.
That's right. Or Moon goes to Mars and nobody says a word.
All right, back to work on defense.
First down Knoch at the 29.
Always been the key.
There's the motion man, and this is the Garrett keeping it off the right side. The Rams waiting for him and get him at the 34-yard line.
Try to turn it up there, nothing doing. Gillette down there.
Gillette and Freeman. Garrett's really good with the sleight of hand. It's really difficult to tell who has the ball, and that's the whole point of this offense.
Romello keeps up, Mike. He was going to try to get to the next level as a defensive back. They may be looking at him as a wide receiver. He was wide open on that play. Great route.
Knoch has run for 93 yards already. 2nd and 5. For all the good that's going on offensively, the defense is completely different.
First one of the night.
First flag of the night. In our first 2 games, are you ready? There were 47 penalties and 279 snaps. 17% of the plays were flagged the first 2 games.
And there's our first one tonight. This one's on Knoch, 5 yards.
2nd and 10 it will be at 1:26 left of the first quarter. Can you believe that?
Yep.
That's 1 out of every 5 plays has been flagged the first 2 games.
Got the chat with Scott Briggs. He's doing the radio tonight for Knoch over there.
Dave Bacon,
Yep, and Son's doing really well. Remember that great basketball player?
Yeah. 2nd and 10. Setner in motion to give us to Stapchuk, and he leans ahead. Boy, he is a fullback, isn't he?
Yep.
He's brought down as Mario Cienko had a hold of him. It's going to set up a 3rd and long now for Knoch. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Both Cienko's are going to get time on the defensive line here. They're going to sub him in and out. That time it was Marcus's turn.
Yeah, Mario last week got nicked up early on and had to come out. Nick Cicchello went into tackle, and then Mario came back in, and they were able to play both offense and defense and kind of split the load. There was a lot of work for the defense last week. They were on the field a long time.
Do they throw the ball here, Mike?
3rd and 5. I'm going to say not. Setner in motion. They're going to run a toss to Stapchuk, near side of the field. Oh, he got the corner. The Rams took a bad angle, and Stapchuk gets the first down across the 45. Highlands just took a bad angle right there. They did not set the edge, and if somebody would have just stayed out there, he wouldn't have been able to do anything but cut it back inside.
Yeah, Jermaine Jett might got in the backfield. Like you said, they took a bad angle, and Stapchuk, a lot of experience over there, planted that foot. Jermaine went flying by, and there you see the first down for Knoch.
77 yards for Stapchuk already. Remember last week, Marcus Hooker ran for 262 on 40 carries.
Yep. And Jett's job, Mike, is to be the quick linebacker on that play, and unfortunately didn't pay off. 1st and 10. And they give us to Stapchuk off the right side. Barrels ahead. Jett gets him this time and drags him down as he gets to the 50-yard line. It's going to be the last play of the first quarter. Quick first quarter here, Mike.
Don't say that.
Yeah, well.
Look at that. I don't even use about 2/3 of my page.
Facts are facts.
Facts are indeed facts, and Knoch's going to let the clock run out and end the first quarter here at Golden Ram Stadium with Highlands leading it 14-7. Wireless Zone is the largest independent Verizon wireless franchise in America, offering the most popular smartphones, devices, tablets, and accessories with award-winning customer service. Stop in today and see what makes Verizon the world's largest and most reliable network. Wireless Zone has 12 area locations, including 6 in the AK Valley. Rams fans, your Wireless Zone headquarters are in Natrona Heights at the Walmart Plaza, or at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall next to JCPenney and across from Victoria's Secret. You can reach the Natrona Heights location at 724-224-4590 and the Mills at 724-275-1154. Or find the Wireless Zone store nearest you simply by visiting wirelesszone.com.
This week in conference, Mike, we have Indiana at Blackhawk, Mars at Montour, Newcastle at Ambridge. Non-conference game tonight, South Fayette is at Uniontown, and that's going to get ugly early. By the way, Mike, the Knoch Knights, they had tremendous success between 2010 and 2012. We followed the team, if you remember that year.
Oh, yeah.
They were 24-3 in that stretch for Mike King. Frank Whalen was on the staff at the time.
As a matter of fact, we went to Valley to watch their game, against Franklin Regional. And you remember who the Valley athletic director was that set us up in the booth? Mark Kazanowicz.
He's on the sidelines now, and Mark's become a good friend of the program and done a great job as an assistant coach.
So here are the Knights now. 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Right at the H.
And this is Stapchuk.
It's quarterback.
It's Harrod off the right side, 45-40, and he's going to have a first down to the Highlands 27-yard line.
And unfortunately, Mike, that tells you a little bit about our defense. He fell down.
Logan Christ and Gabe Booker bring him down, but a 22-yard pickup. And Knoch is rolling up more yards than Newcastle did offensively on the ground.
But again, we have the quick strike offense. They want to grind it out. It's going to be one of those Madden games. Who has the ball last, Mike?
1st and 10 for the Knights. If you thought 48-47 was something, you ain't seen nothing yet. Karen Bauer in motion. They're going to run a toss to Stapchuk off the left side. Jet chases him down. Now, that was a speed play there, and Stapchuk just didn't have the speed to stay up with Jermaine.
And that time, Jermaine didn't have to get the edge, Mike. He was coming from the other side. Stapchuk's going to lose that race with Jermaine. Great job. Now, Mike, here's where you want him. Good news for them that they're in 4-down territory. Bad news is 2nd and 15.
Tremendous play by Jet there.
Yep.
2nd and long. Very long. But like you said, they basically have 3 plays to get it. Long count by Harrod. Looked like they moved. Harrod's going to run the option this time to Setner. Setner is going to be hit. Oh, Christ stayed home.
Yep.
And see, there's what we're talking about, the edge. And Jet came to help him, but Logan just stayed there, and he wasn't going to get caught cutting inside and give him the corner.
Going to make it 3rd and 13. Fans come to life here on the Highland side, Mike.
Noah Setner's first carry of the night as they went the option that time.
Knoch has always been known as a power football team, but when you have this brand of formation, Mike, they're strictly going to.
Well, the thing is, the reason that they run this at Navy and Georgia Tech is you can run it with small linemen. This is for quick linemen, not for big guys.
Well, they got big guys out there.
They do.
Yep. Big 3rd down, speaking of big.
Karen Bauer in motion, and now we might have some movement. Let's see what the call is. The play clock ran down. It should be a delay of game against the Knights, or there's movement. Let's see.
I don't think they were passing that time, Mike.
Ball start against the Knights. That's their 2nd penalty for 10.
Frank Whalen was on the staff with Mike King between 08 and 14, and he's in that Darrell Royal school. When you pass the ball, 3 things going to happen. 2 are bad.
Frank's been an assistant coach for 30 years, and this is his first head coaching job. He wanted to wait for one that he liked.
Him and Dom have something unique. You know what that is, Mike?
What's that?
Besides being friends and colleagues, they can both walk to their stadiums. They can see them from their houses. Interesting, huh?
3rd down, 17. And they moved it in.
Again, yeah.
Now, this isn't good, and that's the right tackle, Andrew Mullen, who's a senior and ought to know better.
Yeah.
It's a count problem. And if they're going to pass, that may be something different. He's dropping back into his set, and he's doing it a little bit early. He might be worried about who's ever in front of him, which might be, I think it might be sport.
Didn't Frank's son play at Valley? Waylon?
I think he played at Knoch.
Played at Knoch? Because he was on the Valley staff too, Frank.
3rd and 20. He was way back with Wizard. Yeah, when Don was the quarterback.
I think you're right. That's when he coached. You're right.
Frank, like me, Frank was a young man back then. We're about the same age.
If they're ever going to pass, now is the time.
And Harrod is back. Harrod has time. Now they chase him out of the pocket. Runs to the right. Fires a desperation heave, and it bounces in there at the 12-yard line. He tried to get it to A.J. Karenbauer, who in a previous life was a tremendous wide receiver, but they don't do that much anymore. And so they send him out on those.
I think what they have to be concerned with the Golden Rams, even though it's a passing formation, that he can pull the ball down and run from there, too.
Sure.
He looked like he was going to.
And it wouldn't have been the worst idea right there when you have 2 downs to make it, but now they're going to punt it as the Rams hold.
First punt of the night, Mike.
Second one.
Second one. They punted first, yeah, that's right. Chase
Mullen is the punter.
They got the punter right this time. The
Here's
first time
snap.
it wasn't him.
That's ugly. Oh, it's going to be a good kick. It's going to turn out. It's going to get out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. I'll give him the 20. So the Rams will take that. Remember, they marched at 88 on their first series. So at 9:04 left, first half, the Rams have the ball and the lead. Oh, we're going to give you Knoch trivia quickly.
Okey-doke.
This Knoch high school grad and 2-time All-American golfer at Wake Forest took a 2-shot lead into the final round of the 1971 U.S. Open at Marion. As an amateur,
I can see him.
He shot 76 in the final round and finished 5 shots back of the eventual champion, Lee Trevino. Who was it? Now, I think the Rams moved.
Is his first name Joe?
It is not Joe, but you have the letter right.
J.
3-time winner on the PGA Tour after he turned pro.
He played an orange ball, too, if I remember.
It's a legal substitution call against the Knights. They've tried to play with 12. The Knights are hurting themselves with penalties. They have 4 for 20. Highlands, dare I say, hasn't committed one yet. And it's 1st and 5 for Highlands. Let's see what else I have on
starts with a J.
On our mystery man. He won the 1977 New Orleans Open by 3 over Stan Lee. The 1978 Memorial over Bill Kratzert, and he won the Crosby in 1982 over Craig Stadler. Cohen going to throw it deep down the sidelines, and it's incomplete. As Lonnie Long, a pair of 8s running down the sideline, Long against Harrod, and it's incomplete.
Jerry?
No. 2nd and 5.
John.
No.
I got the J right, correct?
He died in 2005 in a hot tub. Accidental drug overdose in Jacksonville, Florida.
That is not good.
No. Not old, obviously.
No. That is not good.
And they always would say when they were giving the score, Butler's so-and-so.
It was Butler.
Taylor off the right side. First down, head down. 32-yard line as he takes Eric Green for a ride, but Cam Taylor moves the chains. And a first down for the Rams.
I know it's wrong. Inman, I think I'm getting it.
You're thinking of Joe Inman, who how about this? A friend of mine, sister, graduated from high school with Inman in Charlotte.
Jerry Pate was the guy with the orange ball.
Jerry Pate had the orange ball.
And it's not him.
His name is Jim.
Jim Simons.
Jim Simons is correct.
Yes.
Jim Simons, the Knoch grad.
Do I get half there for that?
Yeah. Low snap, but Cohen has it. He's going to throw it deep. There goes Johnny Christ, but he overthrows him. He was one-on-one. They get so many one-on-ones, don't they?
Yep.
One-on-one that time with Scott Frazier.
Well, Mike, again, there's only 3 defensive backs, so you got a linebacker. I think we should be doing is trying to find out where that linebacker is set on that wide receiver, because we go 4 wide, 6 out there now too, Mike.
2nd down and 10, 8:22 to go. First half, the Rams lead at 14-7.
We've got Sig, Johnny, Logan, and Lonnie Long out there, wide receiver now. Just heard named Tommy Noviglia. Mike, I coached him back in the day. He's a football player too. He's a great kid. Yeah, funny too. Always.
2nd and 10. Inside give, and Taylor has nowhere to go. The Knights are waiting for him as he gets maybe back to the 30 for a couple-yard loss. And that's Big Andrew Mullen again.
I was young enough then I could laugh with them. Now they'd be laughing at me.
So the Rams face a 3rd and 12.
Everybody had a great impersonation of Tom Myers, and Tommy DeViglia was one of the best. They used to stand behind him in a huddle. Myers would be going nuts, and they'd be making the face.
Time.
Open.
Fires. Oh, Price off his fingers at the 45. Price was wide open.
Yep.
Johnny.
Yep. 3 blanks in a row there, Mike.
The Rams will have to punt it.
Now, that's the other thing, Mike, that we have to worry about when you run this spread offense is, you're turning the clock off a lot, too.
Logan Kreis back to punt, averaging 35.6 yards a kick. And back deep for the Knights, number 15, Jared Schreckengost.
Our first punt.
Right. Only our 6th one of the year. Here's the snap, and Logan kicks it, a knuckleball. Oh, and there's trouble. The ball's loose.
Ooh.
And Johnny on the spot for the Knights as Evan Wynn, the senior, dives on it at the 42-yard line as the Rams were bearing down on him. Noah Gillette was there to try to make a recovery, but a low punt.
Along with Signorella. Boy, Mike, that would have been a big one, huh? That punt just kept fading away from him.
It did.
Yep.
1st and 10 for the Knights at their 42. Highlands leads at 14-7. Remember, stay tuned at halftime. We have birthday festivities.
Yep, biggies. A big one.
Jay Carrott, the quarterback. And he keeps it off the left side, over the 45, 50,
edge.
45, chased down by Freeman and thrown out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
They block that edge well, Mike, and if they get to that point of execution, they're going to get a big one out of it, and they got 20 that time.
Jay Carrott, 4 carries, 83 yards. Stapchik is 77. That's 160 between those two. Suttner, they have 162 already. First down at the Highlands 30.
And it's that short porch they've been talking about, Mike. They have it now.
And just like last week, Highlands has thrown for 135. Harrod is back on play action. Wants to throw it. Going to throw it deep. Got a man wide open. It's a Knoch touchdown as A.J. Karenbauer pulls it into the end zone.
That time, Mike, it was 2-on-1, and Romello Freeman was left by himself back there. They kept creeping up, but they couldn't do it that time.
And I told you Karenbauer could catch the ball.
30 yards on that one, Mike?
Mm-hmm. So Gore is on for the extra point. Knock an extra point away from tying it at 7:18 left first half. This one's starting to look a whole lot like last week, isn't it?
Sure is.
Gore's kick is high and far. 7:18 to go in the first half, and the Knights lead it. Are tied up at 14.
Joe Lucchino and his son Joseph proudly welcoming Lucchino Insurance and Financial Group. Serving the 8K Valley for decades, the Lucchinos are a broad-based financial advisory firm with a wide range of opportunities from both you and your business. With open enrollment for both Medicare and individual health care fast approaching, you get a chance to sit down and review your choices with a professional. Each year brings many changes and many different changes in healthcare. Make sure you understand your options. Why not sit down with the Lucchinos today, review your plan with an independent health agent who has only your best interest in mind. Joe and Joe always know, located at 2318 Freeport Road next to Donut Connection, or call them at 724-224-8908 or 724-905-7583. Why wait? Let Lucchino Insurance and Financial Services put you on the road to financial security today.
Matt Gore will kick it off. What do you think? We're due for a decent return here. Logan Kreis, Gabe Booker. Good kick by Gore. Kreis all the way back to his 7. 15. Makes a man miss. and gets to the 27, and a flag is thrown. Rams are going to get hit for the first time tonight. And they're going to start deep in their own territory with 7:09 left in the first half in a tie game.
All right, Little Rams, going to get their first penalty tonight. Going to be a 10-yarder from the point of the foul. Highlands will go to work here now, tied 14-14, 7:09 till halftime. As Mike's mentioned a few times, don't forget to hang around at halftime. We have a special guest.
That kickoff was brought to you by Highlands Mason Elite Hoops at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. Individualized training for third graders all the way up to varsity. Check out YouTube. Go to Micah Mason. YouTube. His 64-point game in clips is there. You might want to look at that if you're interested.
They got all 64 points, Mike, in about 13 minutes. So that's a great thing, and we're featured there, too.
Yeah,
that's a good thing. Yep.
First down at the 17.
There we go. Right
and
down
the throw over the middle is off the hands of Freeman.
He pump faked the first time. Mike froze the linebacker. Unfortunately, Vermella couldn't hang on. You talk about arms rate. That was a bullet, Mike.
And Cohen's missed on 4 straight after being 5 for 6. 2nd and 10. Taylor the sidecar, 4 wides. Cohen's going to run it, and Cohen's going to be hit. Breaks the tackle and gets it out to the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard. Well, the Knights' defense has really stiffened up here in the second quarter.
Makes it 3rd and long, Mike. Rams going to have to try to get the ball downfield. It's definitely a passing situation here. I think I mentioned it last week, Mike, but we have a new chain crew, the RIFO, which is the Rams Football Youth Organization. Their coaches getting first-hand looks now from the sidelines at the high school. Uh-oh.
Whistles, flags.
Yeah, plenty of time left on the clock.
Highlands call time. Timeout by Knoch.
Knoch, they're first.
So the Knights decided they wanted to discuss. Well, winter's right around the corner, so why not beat the rush and stop into Highland Tire today and their newest location, Highland Integrity Alignment, and see why they've been voted the best place to buy tires in the AK Valley for 25 consecutive years. Family owned and operated since 1961, Highland Tire offers one of the largest and most complete inventories of tires in the Pittsburgh area. And if you don't see it on site, they'll get it for you. Visit highlandtire.com or call them in Trenton at 724-224-9222, in Natrona Heights at 724-224-7900, or Highland Integrity Alignment, 724-224-5900. You can see them from your house. Highland Tire, service, integrity, price, we deliver.
My wife begs to differ with you. With 80s all this week, she's glad we kept the pool open.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful, yeah. Hey, I believe I had that a week ahead, didn't I? I said that last week. It was going to be, and we're still going to be in the same type of position next week. We're going to be in the 80s all week and in the next weekend, and we'll be at Mars.
Yep.
We'll be up in the bedroom there in the lovely facilities. We'll talk to Scott Heinauer and see if. Oh, I've started a little thing that we're going to recognize the most efficient athletic department, not counting our own. Knoch is winning so far. Kurt Reiser, good job. Roster in 52 minutes. Cohen is back.
Looking, there's a wide
Fires
man
Price
there.
down to the turf. It's incomplete.
He was open in the corner, Mike. But
So anyway, because what made me think of it was I'm still waiting for a roster from Newcastle. Okay, I still haven't got one from them. So Kurt Reiser comes through in 52 minutes. There's a really good chance Mars will beat them. But with the combination of Scott Heinauer and Ruth Matheson, there's a real good chance that's going to get beat. So we'll see. We'll keep you up to date, and we will make a big deal out of the most efficient one. We'll go all the way through basketball season.
Well, Mike, deep in our own territory, we have to kick it out there. Christ gets it.
Rice kicks
return,
it.
though.
It is. Oh, boy.
Nice job by Gillette, huh?
With his fingernails. It's a good thing he didn't clip them today, because he just got the back of the return man, Streckengost, and just brought him down. So Knoch has great field position. 6.5 to go first half. They've shut down the Highlands offense here in this second quarter.
Bill Heasley passed me a list of alumni who are here this evening, and we'll go through that list as the evening goes on. About 50 guys here tonight, Mike, so it's nice to see.
Here's that short porch you were talking about.
50 years, 50 guys.
It's going to be busy later on, isn't it?
Yep. There he goes.
Stab check to give. It's Stab check nowhere to go as Daniel Timmons wraps him up and throws him down.
They took the first option. It was not the best option. Also in there, number 88, Choma.
Second and 10 for the Knights. Clock winds to less than 6 minutes, first half. Highlands 14, Knoch 14. Highlands trying to break the string of losing 6 straight times to these guys. As Kate Corleone said in Godfather 2, this whole Knoch curse thing must end.
Must end.
Here's the toss to Stapchuk off the right side. They string it out nicely, and they bring him down finally.
Dear life, Freeman.
Yeah, also in there for Highlands, Cole Mazarek in at the defensive end position. He had a lot of work there last week.
Noah Gillette, Mike, 8 tackles so far. He had 23 last week and 2 sacks. It's amazing performance.
The Mazarek name very familiar to Knoch fans. John Mazarek was their first coach, 1956 through 68.
Just passed away this past year, Mike. Summertime.
Third down, long, 3rd and 7. Highlands fans getting
third down here. Yep. 5 minutes to go and a half. Get a chance to get the ball back.
And a fumble.
Oh, fumble. Who's on it?
It's loose. It's still loose. Oh, Mazarek going to go through his hands, and Herod got it back. It was right there, and it took and that thing bounces funny. That's why they make it like that. And Cole thought he had it. He put both hands on it, just bounced away from him.
Right on cue, he gets a sack. He was in the offensive backfield. Also in there was 54, Cienko.
So it's 4th down, and the Rams have held. Now, this is shenanigans territory for Frank Whalen if he'd like to do it.
He's going for it, Mike.
The punter is Mullen.
They're creeping up. I think they're going to go for it. Short snap. Nope, they punt it.
Here's the kick.
It's away.
Near side of the field, it's a good one. Fair catch is called for, and boy, Logan lets that go. It goes in the end zone. Or at least you think it goes in the end zone. That's the hardest job in the world is catching punts.
In no particular order, Mike, we have Mike Richards from 1980, Mike Howells from 1984, Matt Skirko, 98. Remember him?
We see Skirk all the time.
Yep. Dave Tomeko, 1970, Bruce Rusevich from 1970, Mark Kernicki from 69, Brian Mara from 97, Corin Palmetto from 93, Jeff Warren from 87. We haven't hit too many guys in our area
yet. Is Brian Brennan's dad? Remember we met Brennan last week?
Yes.
It might be his dad. We'll talk about him later, by the way.
Yes.
That's a tease. Play clock winding down to 5. First down, Highlands inside their 10. Christ and crabbing motion. The Rams weren't set. And Cohen is going to be hit as he gets to the 10-yard line. So Knoch can decline it if they like. That was an illegal formation, I think.
Looks like Johnny wasn't set there.
And 2 men moving at the same time, illegal shift. I'm Frank Whalen. I decline that.
Well, make the big bucks, Frank makes. Let's see what he wants to do.
They didn't get anything.
Take the down or take the 5? What are they going to do?
And our referee, Wayne Mattis, is getting the...
They're going to take the 5, Mike.
Okay. Thank them very much for giving us the down over.
Mentioned Tom Inviglia, 82, Mike. That's how far back I go with the basketball team.
1st and 15. And
trying to get out.
Cohen can't get out of the end zone. He's sacked for a safety. Cohen ran to the right.
Just took so long to develop.
Couldn't get out of there. The Knights say they have the football, Jared Bricker, but he's sacked in the end zone and took too long to develop. And the Rams with the short field back underneath their own goalpost. And Knoch takes the lead 16-14.
That was odd, Mike. It took so long to develop. Getting back to our list, Mike. Dickie Schaefer, 1996. I might have a trivia question for you. 1993, Carey, low ball, cheerleader. Okay, the cheerleaders. I thought she was our first football player, Bill. Speaking of football players, Mike, remember Josh Pettit?
Yes.
99. Brian Gisano, 2000. 99 went undefeated that year. Great year. Jay McQuaid from 94. Tony Lewicki, 2004. Former coach Mike Bob Negley from 83 is here tonight. My man Tyrone Woody from 2000. Tyrone, I never forget, I did a game back in the Nick, and I named him player of the game. I went up to him and said, Tyrone, you're the player of the game. He looked at me like, big deal. I said, you get a trophy. Big deal. Free lunch. Big deal. I said, you get a half day of school off. You're my man.
Number 20, by the way.
Yes.
All right, so now it's 16-14 at 3:56.
And they're going to punt it, Mike?
The Knoch defense has turned this game.
Yep, there's no doubt about it.
They have shut the Highlands offense down here in the second quarter. And the Rams led at 14-7, and Knoch has scored the last 9. So on the free kick, Christ will punt it. The Rams are offside by a mile.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, Rep.
So now we'll have to...
guess what? The penalties, Mike, are catching up. Now Highlands 3 for 20. And Knox 3 for 20. Brought Eddie Tiorsky over today, Mike, and pulled up alongside a police car. Eddie naturally puts the window down. The police officer was Chris Catoni. Remember him?
Chris kicked the winning field goal against these guys on the week of 9/11 back in 2001 over at the Nick. Kicked the winning field goal in overtime. I think it was 31-28 is what it ended up. It was a great game, and we had to play on Saturday because everything was delayed because we missed school for a couple days and all. But what a great game that was in very sad circumstances. This is Eric Green.
Short porch again, Mike.
And Knoch will have it at the 41-yard line. Booker was down there. Also, Chance Pittman getting up late. Chuck Knoll always said a safety should be a 9-point play, and the Knights have a chance to do that here at 3:46 left first half.
Mazurek was down there too, along with Booker. Mike, here's a little trivia. Eddie knew this.
And Chris Catoni also kicked the winning field goal in the playoff game at Elizabeth Forward against Moon.
Yep. Mike Webster's son played. Remember that game?
Garrett Webster.
What number did Catoni wear? Catoni.
Wow.
Chris Catoni.
Isn't it 12?
Very good. Eddie knew it, so if Eddie knows it, it's confirmed.
Right. Yeah, he does know all those. First down Knoch at the Highlands 41. They're going to run a toss, and this is Karenbauer off the left side and drags a man with him inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Lonnie Long holds on to make the stop. Flag is down, so let's see what that's all about.
Maybe they were in motion early.
Rams might have grabbed some laundry or some face mask. Let's see. Holding against Knoch. Good. 38. So it'll be a spot foul.
Beside Tyrone, Mike, Lomas Woody, known as John Woody, former student of mine here tonight. James Reisman for 75. Remember Jimmy Reisman?
I remember Jim Reisman. I played softball with that guy.
Well, I remember Jimmy played for us in the 2000s. Yep. That must be his dad, maybe. Here's a classic name, Eric Crum, 82. You love it.
I played Little League with Eric Crum in Lower Burl in the 70s. How's that? Yeah, before he moved over here.
Heck of a quarterback.
And we graduated with his cousin, Greg.
Option.
Harrod breaks the tackle, still going. Oh, get bent back as he gets to the Highlands 42.
Gabe Booker down there.
We'll call it 2nd and 11.
But Cochran all of a sudden on that stop, but not till decent yardage.
Less than 3 minutes to go first half, and Frank Whalen and his Knoch Knights are in no hurry. Highlands will get the ball to start the second half. They trail it by 2 thanks to the safety. Shotgun this time. Karenbauer in motion. Here's a fake. Harrod sprints to the right. Looks. Going to throw it deep down the middle, and it's incomplete. I call that the Navy pass. That's the one Navy and Georgia Tech throw. And they break a guy down the middle, the only guy in the pattern, but he overthrew him.
Jeff Jones is here, 84 graduate. Jason Theus. Joe Watucky. He's brought a couple kids along.
Did he bring Adam with him?
Adam's here tonight, and Jake is here. And who was the other one, Mike?
Oh, jeez.
Played for us. IUP grad.
Can't remember.
Jake. Adam.
We're missing one.
I'll fill in a blank. I remember he wore 11.
It's 3rd and 11 now. Harrod is back. Harrod being rushed. He throws it. Oh, good defensive play. Getting a hand on it. Romello Freeman to knock it away. So now Harrod's 1 for 4 passing, not their bailiwick, and it's 4th down. They'll probably try to punt the Rams deep again and maybe try to go up by 4 or something.
Joe's dad's mentioned here, 1950 grad.
How about that?
He goes back to Harbrad. Robbie Bach's here tonight.
Robbie Bach, our holder. Okay, they're going to bring the offense out now. And again, the Rams are in punt defense. They have 3 to the right. Now they're going to see if they quick kick. Now they're going to bring them in.
Basic confusion, Mike.
And I think Harrod's going to punt it. I think.
He's got 11 seconds to the side.
Yeah, lots of time. He sprints to the right, kicks the rugby kick. Rams going to let this one go, and it's going to go into the end zone.
Like you got that one in.
You know, you go back to that safety when Logan Christ took the fair catch and a ball that looked like he might have been able to let it go in. But again, that's the hardest job in the world is knowing whether to catch those or not.
Jared would.
There we go.
Isaac Gillette's here tonight. Kevin Hogg. Adam Lattis, remember him?
Remember Adam from the late 90s teams.
Tony Monteleone, he goes back to 77. And Les Kemp, my living trivia question. Remember that, Mike?
He's always a winner.
I said the leading rusher in Highlands history was somebody else, and Les called me on the phone that night and told me, I'm the leading rusher in Highlands football history.
I think Elijah Jackson is now.
Yeah.
I think that's been done. Low snap. And the give is to Gabe Booker. He tries to break it out to the right. Gets across the 20, out to the 23-yard line before he's spun down. Call it 2, 2nd and 8.
2:10 to go on a turning clock. Remember, Highlands used one of their timeouts early, Mike, when that fake punt the first time.
And I have each team with 2 left. 2:02 to go. I think Frank Whalen will take this on the road.
Johnny looks like he's lined up off sides, Mike.
No, he's good.
Yeah.
Line of scrimmage is the 22. Play clock is winding down to 5. Knoch must be doing something that's confusing them. Inside give, Booker again. Maybe to the 25-yard line. Now you wonder, is Frank Whalen going to call time here?
Well, 3rd down and 5. I think you're right, Mike.
Got a Ram player down. Let's see who that is. It's a lineman. It's 56, and that's Mario. Marcus, I always do that. It's Marcus Sianko.
Marcus Sianko.
Now, will they tend to him? We'll take a timeout. 1:31 left in the half. The Rams trailing by 2. We'll be right back. So here we go. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for Highlands. 1:31 left of the half. Marcus Sianko off the field. Nick Cicchello in his spot.
Nick played a lot last week, too. Here comes everybody, Mike.
Cohen is back. Steps up. Fires. Logan Price.
Made the
breaks
first
the tackle. Steps out of it. He's at the 40.
Brother
45.
Johnny again.
He's at the 50-yard line. Spun down to the turf by Matt Goodland, but it's 1st down Highlands.
Johnny did it again, Mike. Picked up that defensive back coming up the field. Almost broke another one.
24 yards.
Logan, our leading receiver tonight, Mike.
129 on 4 receptions.
Cohen quickly to the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10 Highlands at their 49. 1:14 remaining. Rams have 2 timeouts remaining. Out of the gun, Cohen fires it quickly. This is Johnny Christ. Head down to the 42-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. Is it a 1st down or not? This is a good time to get a free timeout by asking for a measurement. They're going to say, boy, look where he marked it and look where the stick is on the other side of the field.
They're not even making
And the referee's saying, yes, it is a 1st down.
Okay, so now they're going to hold it.
Right.
Yep. Give them the 10 yards.
The official on the far side of the field, the head linesman, saying, move him.
That puts Cohen up to 169. More importantly, it puts the Rams in Knoch territory. 1 minute to go. Now the clock's running.
And remember, that's because they moved
Reset,
sticks.
yeah.
Right. Cohen is back. Cohen is going to throw it deep. He's got a man down.
Interference!
Price is
There's got to be a flag. There it is.
Johnny Christ was tackled as he was behind the Knoch defenders. And that's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Say anything about high school, Mike. I don't know why it's not done more often. Yeah, just grab him if you're beat like that. He was beat. Johnny had him beat.
It's worth it. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's like last week, Mike, on the 2-point conversion, where Mello did the slant right in front of Newcastle guy. I would have tackled him on the spot. Try that again.
Sure. First down Highlands at the Knoch 46. Started this drive at their 20.
We get in field goal territory, Mike. Take the lead into halftime.
They can move it quickly. Gabe Booker is the sidecar. 4 wides. And still 2 timeouts. Cohen is going to throw the takeoff. Johnny Christ is down there. We've got a Highlands touchdown.
Great job by Johnny Christ in that corner route, Mike. 26 for 26 yards. And a score.
And Cohen's at 195 in the first half.
What a great first half, and what a way to end it, Mike.
His 3rd touchdown pass. J.C. Bowser on for the point after. 43 seconds to go. Signorella puts it down. Bowser boots it up, and the kick is good. At 43 seconds, the Rams lead it 21-16.
Let's talk about B&E Home Remodeling. Have you been putting off getting that much needed work done around the house? Maybe a leaky roof, remodeling that kitchen, bathroom, or basement? Let the pros of B&E Home Renovations have your home looking like new. With the holidays fast approaching, it's a great time to get it done. With over 100 years of combined experience, owner Brian Nee and his crew at B&E Home Renovations guarantee your job will be done completed and on time. Exactly the way you want it. Customer service, the #1 priority. Give Brian a call today at 724-351-3172 for a free estimate, or find him on Facebook for money-saving offers. B&E Renovations, where the B is always busy. How about that?
Hey, Rick, how you doing? Oh, geez, you know him. I used to work here.
Rick Hayden is here. He's the band director at Knoch now.
Yes, how about
Used
that?
to be here for many years. Renewing old acquaintances. I used to work here, he says. 43 seconds left of the first half, and now the job's going to be on the Rams defense to hold them.
43
And
seconds
take the lead into the locker room because Highlands will get the ball.
It's been back and forth.
Just like last week, huh?
Yep.
Is all season going to be like this?
Hey,
That'd be cool,
we're in
wouldn't it?
for a lot of fun if that's the case.
As long as we win our share, I'm good with it.
Yep.
This is a big one. If any hopes of playoffs, this got to do this one. This is going to be Stopchuk.
Oh, he fumbled
dropping it.
Still on
Picks it up at the 15.
And look
is
who's
dropped
down there, Mike.
Back at the 12-yard line, Johnny Christ.
What a game Johnny's had on both sides of the ball.
Here's Johnny.
And special teams, Mike.
26, Johnny Price, who just received that touchdown.
Johnny's all over the place tonight.
First and 10.
More importantly, it pins them back deep. And remember, Mike, one thing we have going for them, they don't like to throw the ball far. So
They may just run the clock out here at the 13-yard line. I think Highlands will let them because they're going to get the ball to start the second half.
2 timeouts left for each team.
Remember, when we come back, we're going to have special birthday doings with the accompaniment of the Highlands Golden Rams Band.
Yep,
First down for the Knights.
Practicing all week, Mike.
It's a song you all know.
Sing along at home.
Stopchuk is hit by the Rams as he gets to the 15-yard line. Spun down by Nick Cicchello.
56 also in on that stop. Marcus Cianco.
They're going to let it run out. 20 seconds. They can if they wish. Play clock is off. Frank Whalen does not have to run a play here if he does not wish. Knights will come to the line quickly. 9 seconds to go in the half.
Doesn't hurt to run one.
If you bust it. Now the quarterback's going to keep it. Harrod on the last play of the half.
Body.
Christ.
Come on, guys.
Now they bring him down at the 43-yard line.
Thank you, Tyler Sportelli. First tackle tonight, and that was a big one, Mike. Holy kaboli.
Harrod goes for 28 as the first half
works for me.
Comes to an end, I think, making sure there are no flags.
We do. We have a hold.
A hold against
they'll
Knoch.
decline that. Let's get out of Dodge, right?
Now, the penalties decline. There you go. They're going to give him the run. That's the end of the first half at Golden Ram Stadium with the score. Highlands 21, Knoch 16. Back with stats and birthday stuff.